Today's lesson is lesson 4.5 on solving two-step inequalities. The learning goal is I can solve two-step inequalities. Let's begin. 3y minus 4 is greater than or equal to 14. I'll begin by turning my inequality sign into an equal sign. So now I have 3y minus 4 is equal to 14. Now I have a two-step equation. I'll draw a line through my equal sign. Since I'm minusing 4, I'll add 4. If I add 4 on the left side, I add 4 on the right side. My 4's cancel out on the left side. And I get 14 plus 4, which is 18. Next, I bring down my 3y. And now I have 3y is equal to 18. After that, I have 3y is equal to 18. So I'm multiplying, so I need to divide. Divide by 3 on the left side, I divide by 3 on the right side. And I'm left with y is equal to 6, because 18 divided by 3 is 6. And now I'm going to go back and change my equal sign into an inequality sign. So now I have y is greater than or equal to 6. So my final answer is y is greater than or equal to 6. Number 2. We have negative 8c minus 11 is less than or equal to 13. I'll begin by turning my inequality sign into an equal sign. Now I have negative 8c minus 11 is equal to 13. Now I have a two-step equation. I'll draw a line through my equal sign. Since I'm minusing 11, I'll add 11. If I add 11 on the left side, I'll add 11 on the right side. My 11's cancel out. I have 13 plus 11, which is 24. Next, I'll bring down my negative 8c. Finally, since I'm multiplying, I'll divide both sides by not just 8, but negative 8. If I divide by negative 8 on the left side, I have to do the same thing to the right side. And I'm left with c, 24 divided by negative 8, is equal to negative 3. Finally, I'll take my inequality sign and put it back into my problem. So I'm left with c is less than or equal to negative 3. Feel free to pause the video and try this on your own. Let's begin. The first thing I'll do is I'll take my inequality sign and I'll turn it into an equal sign. Now I have an equation. I'll begin by multiplying using the distributive property. 6 times x is 6x. And 6 times 4 is 24. After that, I'll draw a line through my equal sign. Next, I'll minus 24 from both sides. My 24's cancel out on the right side. I'm left with 4 on the left side. And I rewrite my 6x. Next, I divide by the number next to my letter. And my 6's cancel out. Next, I have to simplify 4 over 6 by dividing both the top and the bottom by 2. This is going to equal 2/3. So x is equal to 2/3. Next, I want to put back my inequality sign into my problem here. So now I have x is less than or equal to 2/3. To be consistent with what we've been doing in class with our inequalities, I'm going to go ahead and mirror this and put the x first. So now I have x is greater than or equal to 2/3. Number 4. 5m minus 1 plus 2m is less than 20. I'll begin, much like my other questions, by turning my equal sign my inequality sign into an equal sign. Like this. Now I can go ahead and solve for my equation. Draw a line through my equal sign. Notice how I have two variables that are the same on one side. And I have no variables that are the same on the right side. So I'm going to go ahead and start this equation by adding or combining like terms. Remember, like terms have variables and exponents that are the exact same. The exact same variables with the exact same exponents. So we have 5m plus 2m, and we get 7m. I will rewrite my minus 1 underneath to get 7m minus 1 equals 20. Next, I'll add 1 on both sides. You get 21 is equal to 7m. Next, I'll divide both sides by 7 to get m is equal to 3. Because this is an inequality problem, I have to go back and change my equal sign into an inequality. So I get m as less than 3. For this particular question, I'm going to go ahead and draw this on a number line just to see my solution. So I'll do 3 bigger and 3 smaller than 3. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 1, 0. I had 3, so I'll do an open circle and 3. What's a possible solution for this inequality here? Well, 2 is less than 3, 1 is less than 3, and 0 is less than 3. I'll go ahead and connect my dots. And there we go. Remember, we have an open circle because 3 is not a solution, because 3 is not less than 3. Also remember, the reason why we have an open circle is because there's no line underneath this inequality symbol here. What is the error? A student's solution to the inequality x over negative 9 minus 5 is greater than 2 was x is greater than 63. What error did the student make in the solution? Feel free to pause the video and try this on your own. Let's begin. Now when I solve these error questions, I like to just solve the questions and kind of see the difference between what their answer was and mine. Okay, so I'm going to start off by turning my inequality sign into an equal sign. Since I'm minusing 5, I'll add 5. If I add 5 on the left side, I'll add 5 on the right side. 2 plus 5 is 7. And then I write x over negative 9. Since I'm dividing here, I'll multiply both sides by negative 9. My negative 9's cancel out, and I'm left with x is equal to negative 63. Lastly, I'll turn my inequality sign here like this. So I'm left with x is greater than 63. So can you see the error in this student's work? Well, here it looks like they forgot to put a negative sign. Do you see any other errors with this solution? Well, also remember that when it's x is greater than negative 63, we divide it by a negative. And if you remember back from our previous lesson, that if you divide by a negative when you're doing inequalities, you have to flip the inequality sign. So our answer then changes to x is less than negative 63. So our answer is x is less than negative 63. Today we learned how to solve two-step inequalities. The learning goal was I can solve two-step inequalities. If you need additional practice with solving two-step inequalities, you can refer to page 496 in the textbook 11-7. You can also refer to IXL T.6. Thank you.